This training video will describe and show the procedures for operators of the Taylor model C302 slush freezer if the machine will not produce product. To begin, first check to see if the yellow light on the front panel is on continuously or if it is blinking. Also, listen for a beeping warning sound. If the light is blinking, the product is not ready to serve. If the light is not blinking and remains on continuously with the beeping warning tone sounding, there is an alarm condition. Open the lighted display door and look at the LCD display. Line 1 on the display is the current operating mode. Line 2 indicates if syrup is being supplied to the machine. Line 3 flashes the word fault when an error occurs. Line 4 indicates if CO2 and water are being supplied to the machine. If the machine is in the defrost mode, the word defrost will appear at the top of the LCD and the product light will be blinking. To view a fault description, go to the operator's menu and scroll to item B. Look for the following displays: No fault found, H2O pressure low, CO2 pressure low, syrup pressure low. Call for service if you view the following faults: beater overload, check refrigeration system PSI, thermistor short, thermistor open, barrel temp too high, barrel not cooling. Be sure to mention the indicated fault when you put in your service request. To see if there is more than one fault, press the plus key. Except for the barrel not cooling and the barrel temp too high faults, all the faults are cleared from the fault description screen when they are corrected. In a water alarm condition, check the water supply. A 60-second internal timer will start. If the water is not replenished at the end of the 60 seconds, all of the freezing cylinders will shut down and the H2O pressure low fault message will appear. When you replenish the water, the fault message and warning tone will clear. Press the auto pad for each barrel to resume operation. Check the water inlet pressure. If your system is equipped with a pressure gauge, pressure on the gauge should be at a minimum of 25 psi. When the CO2 out indicator displays a lack of CO2, a 60-second internal timer will start. If the CO2 is not replenished at the end of the 60 seconds, all of the freezing cylinders will shut down and the CO2 pressure low fault message will appear. Replenish the CO2 and the fault message and warning tone will clear. Press the auto pad for each barrel to resume operation. Check the CO2 tank pressure. It should be at 80 psi. If the word out appears in one of the columns next to the word syrup on the LCD display, it indicates a lack of syrup or syrup pressure being supplied to the indicated freezing cylinder. Replace the bag-in-box syrup container if it is empty. If it is full, make sure the bag-in-box is properly connected. As a safety feature, the refrigeration system automatically stops to prevent a freeze-up in the freezing cylinder. If a syrup out condition occurs on one barrel, that barrel will enter the hold mode. During the hold mode, refrigeration remains off and the beater continues to run. You should not dispense product from the affected side. The other freezing cylinders will not be affected. Once syrup is restored, the freezing cylinder will refill and revert back to the auto mode. The product light will flash until the product is ready to serve. Changing a bag-in-box and priming procedures. When the machine is off, the machine needs to be primed before any product is served. Open the lighted display door. On line 1, the display reads off. The syrup line displays out. Locate the empty bag-in-box and prepare a full box of the same flavor. For Coke-style connections, unscrew and remove the syrup line from the empty bag-in-box. Remove the protected cap from the new box and connect the syrup line to it. Return to the front of the machine. Press the prime pad for the side that needs to be refilled. Locate the prime plug at the top of the clear plastic door and unscrew it until you hear a hissing sound. When product begins to come out of the bottom of the door, screw the prime plug closed. Press the auto pad of the affected side. For the non-Coke bag-in-box, remove the syrup line from the box. Locate a full box of the same flavor and remove the protective cap. Use the adapter to connect from the Coke fitting to the non-Coke bag-in-box. Return to the front of the machine. Press the prime pad for the side that needs to be refilled. Locate the prime plug at the top of the clear plastic door and unscrew it until you hear a hissing sound from the bottom of the door. When product begins to come out of the bottom of the door, screw the prime plug closed. Press both of the auto pads. For more detailed information, refer to the operator's manual for your Taylor Model C302 slush freezer.